everyone, Mariah Monetize here. In today's video, we're going to be going over the price of Bitcoin and also be going over some news in the cryptocurrency space. So there is bullish news across the board, but that is not necessarily a positive impact on Bitcoin. And that's just how this market works. There could be all the positive, bullish news in the world, but the price could just sit at the same exact spot. And that's what we're seeing. Bitcoin's been pretty boring lately in the short term, the last couple of weeks, ever since a big drop. Really hasn't moved that far out of the $30,000 range. So let's quickly just go over some news here in the space. So Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, said he owns Bitcoin and altcoins. So this is good because that means that Apple could be potentially close to adding Bitcoin to the balance sheet. We're going to see this across the board with a lot of large companies sooner, probably rather than later. This is just a good reminder. Most people will buy Bitcoin over $100,000. You do not want to be that person. I was, for the 100th time, thinking again today, we are so lucky to have the opportunity to accumulate Bitcoin in the $30,000 range. So, breaking. World's largest restaurant software will enable BTC payments in 65 countries. So, what I've learned when it comes to companies accepting Bitcoin, like we just heard, Balenciaga is now going to start accepting Bitcoin. In most scenarios, they transact it directly into the local currency or the US dollar. So it's not that big of a deal. It was a big deal when Tesla said they were going to not just accept Bitcoin for the purchase of Teslas, but actually keep that Bitcoin. So it almost just becomes like, an exchange rate type situation, like for example, using like your credit card when you go to a different country and being able to transact in different currencies, because it doesn't really stay in that particular currency, right? I mean, with Bitcoin, in most cases, they just convert it to whatever currency they're using. So in my opinion, it's good for awareness, but not necessarily good for Bitcoin in general, because it really just comes down to fiat currency, and that's what we're trying to get away from. One of the largest real estate companies in Brazil is now accepting Bitcoin. Bitcoin printed its 8th consecutive weekly red candle for the first time in history. So what does this tell me? I would say it's more likely that we're going to be bouncing in the positive direction versus the negative direction. Another breaking news, Panama just passed a law giving Bitcoin legal status and zero capital gains tax. So that's exciting. I'm wondering if Panama was part of the 55 countries that gathered together in El Salvador to talk about Bitcoin. So that is some exciting stuff, but let's just go ahead and jump into Bitcoin and see what it's up to. So SPY opened up decently well today, sitting at 396. Let's go ahead and back over here, back up to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin started off with a nice little jump for the day over here, hit a high of about $30,500, and then in the last 30 minutes or so, it started trending downward, sitting at 29,200. So it opened up green on the day, but is now trading down. Let's go ahead and zoom all the way out to the weekly chart here on Bitcoin. Let's see here. Weekly chart is, I would say that within 2 weeks, I think we should see a little bit of a bump in the price. I am still waiting. This green moving average crossing over the red, in my opinion, is a long time away. This right here is the daily chart. I want to be keeping a close eye on this green moving average crossing over the red. And it could happen this week, so I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on there. That would be an area where I would like to enter Bitcoin for a shorter term position with a trailing stop loss on it. I want to know, what's your favorite exchange to use for crypto with trailing stop losses? Go to leave a comment down below and let me know. This right here is a 12-hour chart, which is just a lot of chop sideways, not a lot of clarity in either direction. Let's take a look here at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart pulling back a little bit. It has made a lower low, so definitely some weakness here over the second half of the day. Same thing on the hourly chart, making a lower low. Let's take a look at the 30-minute chart here. Also not really looking too good, not much strength. Let's take a quick look here at the 5-minute chart. Yeah, 5-minute chart is also giving us no signs of a reversal. Gold is sitting just over 1850, Ethereum down to 1988. We have Coinbase sitting at just under $65 today. We have DOT sitting at 10.13, Link sitting at 7.25. Let's see, Celsius sitting at 76 cents. We have Nexo sitting at about $1.28. XRP sitting at 40 cents. ZRX sitting at 44 cents. Luna sitting at 0.00016. I think I did the calculation. I just threw a little bit of money. I think it was maybe about $700 or so. No, it was $550 I threw at Luna just as like a gamble. And I think it turned into a nickel. So, I mean, that was pretty insane. I hope that you guys are all doing well out there if you have lost a little bit. I was slightly affected by the Luna situation. I lost about $25,000, but it was basically yield farming that someone was doing for me where I lost it. Not their fault. Like, there was only so much that people could do in that situation. UST sitting at just under 7 cents. So it's kind of where we're at on the day. I want to head back over. Well, Tesla is sitting at 671. I think there could be a pretty good buying opportunity on Tesla. And also marijuana stocks today were down across the board. Most on my list down between 2 and 5%. Tilray sitting at $4.49. There's going to be a great buying opportunity when it comes to marijuana stocks. And I feel like it's the kind of like an area of the market that's a little bit, everyone's bored with, no one's really talking about it much, but I think there's going to be a ton of money to be made there. It's just really going to come down to patience. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of a deeper dive here on SPY. Let's go ahead and zoom out to the daily chart. I mean, I am anticipating, you know, if SPY kind of changes course, that Bitcoin will probably follow and trend in the same direction. But the daily chart isn't giving us a ton of clarity there. On Friday, we made a lower low. So, you know, we want to see it get above the high of this candle, which is 408.57. So still a little bit of ways to go. This is a 12-hour chart, which also really isn't giving us much. Let's take a look at the 1-hour chart, which is looking much better. Today was a good day. We want to see a few more good days to see a true trend reversal, and then hopefully that will carry over. I'm anticipating currently there to be a bump in the prices in the next couple of weeks, and I don't think the bottom is in personally, so I may consider selling some off to buy lower. That's just kind of the game plan that I'm thinking. Nothing has happened yet for me to like want to put certain sell orders in or anything like that. I'm just being patient. I don't think the time is right, but that is the direction that I'm definitely leaning in. So if you want to earn interest on your cryptocurrency, I have a link down below. Vauld is one of the last opportunities to earn yields on your coins. And I've been using the platform since January. I've had a great experience thus far. There's also no KYC, which is awesome. So that is all that I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.